I'm talking my aim. Hello, there we go. So I got a lore drop for you guys today. Yeah, I'm a college dropout, but I have my reasons. I went to college at like the height of COVID. I graduated, I was the class of COVID-19, so my graduation was a drive-through. It wasn't an official award, but my car won best dressed because we put like a mask over it and it had a bunch of balloons and a giant face of mine. Picked up my diploma. Diploma wasn't even in the diploma. They had to mail it to me. Graduation got canceled. Then I went to college afterwards, which was a last minute decision, kind of. I think I decided senior year that I wanted to go to college because before I hate school. Now I think it's beneficial to learn stuff. I love learning. In my state, if you go full time right after high school, it was free. Not sure if that's still a thing, but at the time it was. I got a free semester of college. My major was computer science, so I was programming. First class I took was math. In high school, I took Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, what you need to take in high school. And then you could have taken calculus. I filled out my requirements for math, so I said, no, I don't want to do that. I'm great at algebra. I hate geometry so much. My head's a square. I don't like shapes, all right? Geometry is just advanced kindergarten, and kindergarten sucked, okay? So I had to retake algebra in college, and that was fine. I remembered some of it. First test came out, I thought, let me study really hard because, cheating is really bad in college. That's how you can get expelled or something. I studied really hard for the first test. Failed miserably. You know what? Let me go back to my roots. Let me cheat. I cheated on my second test. Everything's remote. Oh, forgot to say that. Yeah, all my classes were remote except for one class, which was graphic design, which is thumbnail making. Cheated on my second test. Failed. Wild stuff. This is getting out of hand. So one of my mom's friends is a teacher, and I'm like, all right, you know what? Ooh, Colette? Ooh, Colette. I have a TV for monitor, so I had to turn my entire head to look at the other side of my screen. Ooh. Oh. One of my mom's friends is a math teacher. I'm gonna have her help me during my math test. She was in labor. She answered some of the questions. Guess what? Math teacher did my test pretty much, still failed. And that was the third and final test. This is rigged. It's gotta be rigged. I'm not supposed to be going to college. Took 3 tests and I failed all of them. It's rigged. Next class is public speaking. And you may think, it's a remote public speaking class. How could you fail this? I'm pretty much doing what I was doing in the class right now. Public speaking to a phone. Your requirements for the class was to make a speech pretty much without messing up, and you can't cut it up. You just have to talk for like 2 minutes. That's it. You know how many cuts are in this. I messed up a lot, so I have a trilogy called Fucking Bitch. For some reason, that's what I said immediately after I messed up. Why? I don't know. But that's what my brain went to whenever I messed up a word. After like 2 or 3 different public speaking videos I put in, I just stopped getting accepted into the Zoom call. So inevitably my grade dropped. And yes, I emailed the teacher about it. I think class started at like 7 p.m. That was awful. It was awful because I could be finished at like 2 and then I just have a gap between everything. And that sucked. I just stopped getting accepted into the Zoom class. So inevitably my grade drops and then I fail the class. So there was nothing I can do there. That class has failed. Then I have English. Oh boy, English kind of sucked. I had to write a paper and I didn't. But the same day I was supposed to turn it in, I crashed my car. My lovely 2007 Chevy Malibu SS, which I don't have anymore. It wasn't a bad crash. It was just like, I hung out with Charlie Sheen and he wanted to like sniff a line over the steering wheel. So that's why there's that giant scrape on the side of the car. I was on my way to school for graphic design. I emailed my teacher saying, oh, sorry, didn't turn it in. I crashed my car. Everything hurts. And she's like, all right, yeah, 0. Oh, fuck. They did not care. That's honestly on me, but still no mercy in college. 4th class, my major, programming, computer science. I suck at programming. It's problem solving, and there's so many problems that happen around me that aren't solved because I suck at problem solving. God damn, I hated it. And I joined so many like programming discords for people to help me, and nothing ended up working. And everything was awful. I had to take the final. I failed that. Finally, the only class I passed, which makes sense because I do it now, not for a living. I wish for a living. I can't wait to do this for a living. Graphic design. I learned how to use Photoshop when I was already using Photoshop. So I passed. I passed with flying colors. Yeah, everything was great about that class. The teacher was great. The only thing that sucked was I had to buy a book, but that's college. After college, I thought, you know what? Computer science sucks. Let me use, I think it was like Career Karma or something like that. Find a school, line me up with a job after I take a course in cybersecurity for 9 months. And then I get a job. They did not line me up at all. I passed. And I should have known it was a red flag because the recruiter that was like, who interviewed me, seeing if I was like a good fit for the school or something, said like, oh yeah, I'm leaving. I got my dream job. Bye. But like, you're in, you're fine. I ended up uploading the final early, but like kind of skipping when I was supposed to take it to go to like a weekend long metal festival in Ohio. That was fun. I loved that. That was a waste of 18 grand. Song of the day is going to be Get Ready by The Temptations. Banger song. It's Motown. It's different than, all the other ones I've been recommending. It gets you grooving.